Hello everybody, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2023. We got the semifinals for you today. It's game 1 between Kaesden and darkened5ky. Commentating for us, we have Westside Vandal and Adalor, and tracking is Pixcalibur. Say hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
Hello, everybody.
As commanded. That's what we say.
Same brain cell. We're already off to a good start.
Oh yeah.
Drift compatible. Let's go. So as we get ready to get started here, we have to say goodbye to one of our members of chat as GFE said they'll leave in standard boots, which is in fact what we are going to see today, which means we are going to see escape. And our runners will start with the boots. Basically, it's not so casual boots.
And they might get a sword. There's a 1 in 7 chance that it's Kaz boots. You never know.
Yeah.
All things random, of course. I don't know how that gets chosen. I assume it's just probably pure random. But yeah, we'll have a weapon of some description. Could be a sword, fire rod, cane of Burna, cane of Samaria, bombs. That's the one nobody wants. A bow or a hammer.
Yep. Now you jinxed it. It'll be an oops AD saying, yep.
I mean, I'm okay with it. We get plenty of time to hang out and commentate. I'm good with that. Most of my races I've been commenting lately have been just like really fast jet seeds, and I'm like, oh, I get to sit here and have really much to talk about. I'm just kind of done already. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. That's
just like, oh, there's our glove. Well, I wonder where it's gonna go now. Oh, those are the Titans. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got Kaes on your left, darkened5ky on the right. As Ricky said, we are in semifinals now, top 4. We're winding it down. That's crazy to think like we're almost done with these tournaments already. Like just last 2 rounds.
Just in time for the 2023 summer season to start. Yeah. Speaking of starting, here we go.
You know, when tournament season it starts up soon. Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. Starting off with an armor upgrade.
Blew right out the bat. Yeah.
So that'll be helpful if our hearts don't start showing up. It'll mitigate some of the damage Dark World enemies can do. So.
Okay, moment of truth. What is our weapon today? It is the cane of Burna.
Yep.
Not a particularly hard start, but you do have to manage your magic usage a little bit. You get too frivolous with it, and you'll run out, and then you're in trouble.
Nice rod.
And an ice rod to go with it. The one thing, you can't start with the ice rod because it turns out, I think it's the blue guard that's immune to the ice rod. Or something like that. I think it's the blue one specifically. It kills one of the other guard types. I think it kills the green ones with the blue one, it just is completely immune, so you can't start with the ice rod. Or is it the other way around? It might be the blue that gets killed and the greens are immune. I'm not sure.
And green just freezes, and you don't really have a way of dealing with it. So
yeah, that's it. I knew it was one or the other. I was like, which way it is? Because you don't start with an ice rod. How often do you know that?
So, chat pointing out, we did start off with 3 consecutive blue items, and as soon as we notice the pattern, the game breaks it with a red big 20.
Kaes actually shows us that the ice rod doesn't need work there. Saves a little bit of magic compared to the Burna. A little bit of time, too. He's played this game a few times. He knows what's up.
Yeah, getting this deep into the tournament means you have played more than a fair few seeds of this particular randomizer. That's an okay boomerang.
It's an upgraded boomerang. Somebody took the vanilla blue boomerang and said, we're going to make this better.
Need a hammer. Oh my god. Alrighty. Even the green guard locked in place with the boomerang there, taking care of that. Using the boomerang to grab the key. Nice. Speaking of keys, there's the small key.
Yeah, that's bound to pop up either here or at the Dark Cross itself.
Yep. Of note, we still have not found the map of Hyrule Castle. So for all we know, that could be in Sanctuary, and we'll just not open Sanctuary. Have to not muscle memory open the Sanctuary chest for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, we'll just see if they're paying attention at that point. Yeah, whether they had the map. All right, while we're waiting for them to go through Castle here, let's see what kind of journey have they been on through this tournament. Let's see, Kaesden has gone from the first round, did not get a bye, so he had to go through Mindium, More Deeps, Magna-Hado, and Specky Specs to get up the top 4 here. darkened5ky has had a path that involved getting through Plasma Snake, Iceman, and Yukikaze. Like, yeah, Challenge Cup has had a lot of really good names in it this year. Like, it's just shown that this community tends to get bigger and more powerful just year after year.
Iron sharpens iron, as they say.
That we have mentor tournament. We keep making more really good runners. You know, we do this to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kaesden a little bit ahead, probably owing to some of those sweet ice rod strats, but it's still very, very early goings. All right, that map still missing here. Chat discussing the properties of Schrodinger's boomerang, apparently. The best boomerang is either one that's uncollected.
It can be blue or red until it is noticed.
Right. He collected from the rat, bonk into that, and then bonk into the rat as well. Why not? Hey, container, there's our map. 300 rupees, alrighty.
That'll start us off well for CAC, and you'll love to see some early money.
Blue mail also just means the rats really aren't as big of a problem as they could be. Bonk bonk, and through at 523. Not bad at all. And there's a sword.
It's Kaz Boots. Just slightly delayed.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Map check, we got a pendant Eastern.
Yep.
That's always potentially affecting your idea of whether you go to Eastern early or not. Is if it's a pendant, you might be a little more motivated because you don't have to clear the dungeon necessarily. Oh, Samaria early off. We're getting some stuff already. Hey.
Yep.
Early Samaria makes you think. You're gonna be like, oh, what's gonna do with that? Nothing immediately, but like the fact that it's super early makes you wonder, could we have an early trip into like Meyer or TR or something?
Always possible. Of course, for both of those, we would need a couple other things.
Bombs on bush crabs is convenient. We didn't find any through the castle section, so we have no problem having bombs for Kakariko.
Okay, and Aga's prize today is a heart container, so we are not going to need to visit Agnem 1 for that reason.
We will have to wait and see, based on the items we get, whether it is the other reason.
Yep.
Oh,
there's a lamp.
That's one of them.
All right, well, with that, we need to find one of either a Master Sword or the Cape, and that gives us theoretical access to Agnem Tower.
Yep,
now, that being said, there's still a very healthy amount of checks left to do, and we could find the 3 items that we need to not have to do Agnem Tower.
Sure, yeah. It's entirely possible. Well, we'll see. We got a lot of density to go still. But it's funny to see the lamp real early in one sword. And you're thinking,
yeah,
could point at it real early. We'll get most of Sphere 1 cleared out, or the technically it's like Sphere 4 because you're at a castle, but whatever. We'll get most of the early density, and we'll feel it out from there.
Okay.
A lot of junk and blinds here.
Yep. Nothing doing so far. Well, at least we have arrows, so we got that going for us, which is nice. A lot of arrows.
We'll get 5 more chances at cool stuff here in the well.
Well, that's certainly better than everything in Blind Sight combined.
Yeah, one of the best nice items to have. Half magic, yeah.
More bombs. And the mirror. All right.
All right, mirror in the well gives us some things to think about. We could have once we've got a glove that could give us access to Hera. It's even in logic with the lamp.
Bottle vendor, you've got the scam backwards. You're supposed to take more than you give.
I like to call it the savings withdrawal because like usually you give him money and he gives you like a little bit back and you're like, okay, that's a savings deposit. But sometimes he gives you 300. It's like, that's the withdrawal. We're paying off finally. darkened5ky gets the go over the chicken clip. Got it in the wall.
Okay, nothing in tavern. We have not found a bottle yet to give to Lazy Kid, so nothing doing there.
If there's anything here in library, we can get it immediately. The one of the nice things about having boots already, it's just more arrows. Well, don't care about that.
I mean, this is Link to the Past, not Breath of the Wild, where we have unlimited arrow capacity.
Yeah.
Or I suppose Tears of the Kingdom, to be slightly more contemporary. I might have Breath of the Wild on the mind because I was streaming my playthrough of it before this race.
Got both of them starting at house. Going to take this mirror down south, get an easy check of the floodgate chest, and then just go right back to pull the lever. Oh, early flute. We might run back to CAC soon.
Oh. And with the mirror, that gives us access to a fully clearable Tower of Hera.
Yeah, that's Hera now. Yeah. It was a flute or a glove. Either one would have done it.
So, okay. Kaesden's gonna go knock out one of the more annoying Spear Zero checks.
Well, I'm surprised after getting an early flute, like we just don't go to Mini Moldorm and then like go to CAC, activate it, then flute back to 6 to get this knocked out. But yeah, this feels like a route better to me.
All right. Meanwhile, Sky, excuse me, gonna go ahead and do the more traditional, I would say, just doing South Shore here. And that's a Moon Pearl. And a hammer. Well, so about that conversation we were having earlier about needing to find a specific subset of items. We are now one item away from either path.
Yep. We have two different items that give Zaga still, a sword or a cape, and then just find a glove and we'll have traditional access.
And this could be the first, this already kind of is the first major divergence in this seed. But if Kaesden elects to go up to Tower of Hera now without doing South Shore and find something else, then that might put Kaesden off of South Shore for a bit.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, darkened5ky also runs out to Ice Rod Cave from Mini Moldorm. Again, like, you got an early flute, you may as well activate it and then go to 8 to knock out IRC, but yeah.
Oh, IRC got knocked out by Discord ages ago.
Oh, come on. Rip SRL.
But old people joke.
There's that would be our boots on the island, actually. We didn't have them already. Cute. The one green 20 in this mode was the where the booths would be.
Kaesden is going to go ahead and do South Shore here.
Old man of the bridge. Got some money for us.
And by dint of that Moon Pearl, we are able to get Camper and then go up to Zora's Domain without having to worry too much about our fake flipper state.
Yeah. Got plenty of money for Zora and Moon Pearl. We are headed down to do just that.
Very evil amount of rupees for Kaesden right now.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's got the sixes.
Yep. Very fitting for the Darkling sprite.
Yeah, they both have Darkling too. Yeah.
10 seconds it's about to last. Because I'm pretty sure this was rupees here. Boom.
It is a 20 indeed. Alright, well, we got a vanilla shield and waterfall.
And chat correctly pointing out that Sky now has an amount of rupees that would go well with a Slurpee.
Spot's just a hard on Zora ledge, so we'll see if the big fish himself has something worth paying for.
Not really.
Extremely expensive bombs. You can do much better than that in this game.
Okay, save and quit. Sanctuary and flute coming out, I would assume. We're going to be going up the mountain.
Yep, darkened5ky's got to get his activated.
Oh, well, yeah, that would help too.
Yep, after this we do have a couple options. Yeah, like I said, a clearable Hera, it's a crystal dungeon, we want to do that. You might think, maybe I'll go check out Eastern area, see what's over there. That's Early Sphere, and Hera, you might want to wait for a hook shot and make it faster. You got a couple decisions to make.
Yeah, I actually ran a casual boots the other day where I went up mountain because I had early access without hookshot, and hookshot happened to be in Agina's cave.
There it is, just hanging out, waiting for you.
Yeah, so I had to, do the walk of shame back up the mountain because I had done Hera, and oh hey, my only available checks after this hookshot are what I just opened up on the mountain. Cool.
We're continuing with our divergence. Darkened5ky is going to go straight for the mountain, getting Old Man rescued first. We'll have that save and quit, which is nice with a flute. It's your fastest flute out of save and quit. Mm-hmm. And Kaesden's going to go check out Eastern area. At least Saha. We'll see if he's got anything that takes him out. Maybe he gets like a glove and he says, okay, that's Dark World. We'll see.
Piece of heart. Full heart. Bombs.
Oh, well, we'll head into Eastern and see what's there. Presumably. He might be fluting away. He might just check this and then go to the mountains. Yeah, he's fluting. Okay, that's true. Fair enough. Fair enough. I would have gone to Eastern, but that's just me.
It's tempting,
it's
but...
heading to Eastern. You don't need to clear it. You just go in and check it out and then leave forever, right? Yeah.
I would probably wait until I had Dark World access and just do Pod Eastern back to back if we need to go into Eastern for anything.
All right, darkened5ky first up top of the mountain. We'll get a quick map check. We got green TR, reds are down at swamp and ice, and our other pendant's mire.
So of course the one time we get an ice rod that isn't in the deepest depths of Hyrule is the time where it's green pendant TR.
Also, that early Samaria is actually just for pendant dungeons. That's also interesting. Makes you wonder.
There's our big key. Okay, and there's the map. All right. So Kaesden hot on the heels here of Sky, heading into Tower of Hera, clearing out that room with the hammer.
See chat asking about who the winner of this will be the winner of the other race. This on Challenge Cup here, it'll be the winner of Alex Jess versus Nux on the other side of the bracket, top 4.
And welcome on in to Homewrecker's Party of 27. You are watching the ZeldaSpeedRuns presentation of, as kind of just mentioned, semifinal Challenge Cup action. This is game 1 between Kaesden and darkened5ky. It is a standard boots race. We are just underway. Pretty... I wouldn't call it a stacked seed so far, but it also isn't exactly, famine out here either. We are one item away from either method of Dark World access.
I'd call it a fairly average number of items so far. Yeah, we're just waiting for Dark World. We're waiting to see what kind of Dark World access we have, actually. No, that's the items are a heart piece and a red rupee, so nothing interesting in here. We can go East Mountain, of course, because we have a hammer.
Yep.
And darkened5ky will be the first to pick up a dungeon prize, 1 of 7 crystals needed to climb the GT and then fight the Ganon.
Indeed. And not going to be too far behind, as assuming Trollorm cooperates, which looks like he is. Unfortunately, the Dead Rocks did not cooperate. So...
Yeah, darkened5ky spots a mushroom on the floating island. Well, that's a visible fetch quest. You love to see those.
Yep.
At least that one's not too bad to pick up. It's at its worst when you've got a visible fetch quest on the Lumberjack Legend to think, what if you have no idea that the value of Agate Tower climb then is completely mysterious.
Right. Into Paradox Cave we go. And yeah, Homewrecker's probably loving the fact that Hera basement is empty, so...
It is indeed just a dungeon item. There you go.
And both of our runners got dead rocked. But honestly, not too important, because, what are they going to do on the TR screen? There's our bow! Okay.
Okay, Paradox 2 get us a bow. A little more motivation for Eastern, maybe. You can full clear it.
I was about to say, incoming glove or master sword or cape on Pinned at Armos.
Alright, 5 chances at not going to Eastern. Let's see. Not looking good. It's a lot of money. I don't really need... Well, look where we're going next.
Yeah. What was that somebody was saying earlier about pendant dives? Oh boy, here we go!
darkened5ky is running to Eastern. We do still have a flute, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I know. Sometimes you just kind of think of that 5 point as the, oh hey, that's how we get to Palace of Darkness. We just flute to 5 and enter the portal. You don't think of, oh hey, I can run to Eastern from here.
I guess that's not as big of a time difference also, considering the fact that you're going up the stairs to go visit Saha first. So, yeah, it's fine. Not a big deal. Kaesden's out of Paradox now, got his bow, and he's going to flute away. And we'll be joining darkened5ky over here at Eastern Palace.
Eastern is, in fact, last location, yes.
Yep, we got nothing left. We'll be finding either our Dark World access or something that gets us towards it, like maybe a book for desert. But, that's about it, really.
Yeah. It'd be book for desert, glove for Dark World access, or master sword or cape for Agate Tower access. That's going to be a big key.
We do have a hammer and bow, so like if we do get in and it turns out it's an Agus seed, like we can just go clear pod immediately, and it is a crystal, so you're going to want to do it. No
Chat
West Dark World access yet.
Chat also correctly pointing out we do still have powder and shovel in play for potential fetch quest shenanigans. Which, gross, chat. Gross.
Chat's always got to think about the fetch quest. That's what they really want.
Actually, that was our own tracker. What the?
Tracker's part of chat too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we did find our first bottle in the map chest of Eastern.
So in other words, it can now also be on Lazy Kid. Now I'm doing it.
You're doing
I learned
it too.
it from watching you, okay? God.
That's a fetch quest that is easy to turn in, though, because it's literally just in Kakariko.
Yep. Oh, no.
There's our sword.
Oh, no.
One chance left here in Eastern, and then maybe one chance left on Sick Kid to not have to climb AT. But it's not looking good. Usually when there's two swords and a lamp, and you know, also when it's like two swords and both like two swords and the cape pops up, you're like, oh, it's just extra pointing towards it. Yeah.
Yeah. Game's like, you are going to Aga Tower. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 rupees.
I am giving you multiple suggestions. You should climb the tower. Or a third sword also. Yeah, even that.
Although, it would be funny to see this be the other dungeon item and it be like glove on Pendant Armos. Just for the tee-hee, red herring.
Yep, there's a map in there, so we do have the last item on the boss. Indeed. And darkened5ky says we're gonna go for it. I mean, you could see it maybe pretty feasible. Like you could. Well, I've got two swords now. I guess this feels like an Agaseed. You could bail out and just kind of save some time and go for it. But
yeah,
looks like they're both gonna go kill the boss.
Yeah, at this point, it's just kind of like, well, okay, it's either Aga 1 or, you know, it's probably Aga 1, but this is right here. And what if? You know? Because as a long-time runner of this game, eventually you just kind of start going, you just kind of start seeing malevolence in the algorithm. is the way to put it. You just kind of start going, okay, this game's absolutely screwing with me. There's going to be something here.
All right, darkened5ky now into the Armos fight. We'll see how the quick kill goes.
All right,
That's what it looks
bad.
like. It's a blue rupee. What does that mean? What does it mean yeah, you put that a bomb there. Yep, we're climbing AT.
All right, Castle Tower. I mean, if you're that desperate to avoid Aghanim Tower, you could go check what the bottle turn-in is. But at this point, I would just go do Aga Tower.
I think you can do it anyway. It's a quick check. Oh, darkened5ky hasn't been Agina either, so got this one to look at. Well.
Adirondack Rick with the 11-person raid. Welcome on in to the Link to the Past Challenge Cup Semifinals Game 1 between Kaesden and darkened5ky. You are just in time to see what is 99.9% likely to be an Aghanim 1 seed.
Yep, we got one check left on Sick Kid. We just found a bottle in Eastern. Kaesden's going to go look at that right now and give us the news whether it actually is an Agaseed.
Survey says...
The truth?
It is an Agaseed.
Let's climb.
All right. So, and with that brief moment of having to do the Agini's cave check, Kaesden does technically take the lead back, but again, it's very, very early going in the seed.
Yep, they've now done all the same things at roughly about the same time. And Kaesden was a little bit faster getting out of Castle for the standard start, so it's basically back to that again. Yeah, that bit of difference. Nothing much in Aga Tower except a lot of execution. All these combat rooms. We get to see how well they handle them. Using a mix of arrows and Master Sword spins, which get upgraded to tempered. Those ball and chain guards are funny enemies, as a lot of light rolls are. They do not take any additional damage from the Master Sword. You have to do a spin to get any further damage, which makes it tempered.
Going for the spin, for the bait him in for the spin there is darkened5ky, which That works.
It's a good option when all you have is like 2 swords coming in here.
Alrighty. Up we go.
He's into the catwalk room. This is probably the worst part of Dark AT when you're doing this without the lamp.
If you are in a seed where you have to do, where you feel like you have to do Dark Aghanim Tower, then you deserve a hard catwalk room. No, thank you.
For all the arrows we got early on the seed, these 2 are now running pretty low, having to do
Yep.
Armos Knights and then climb this and using the bow against these guards. So we keep a little bit of eye on the arrow count. And Kaesden knows there are 5 arrows in that pot. Good knowledge.
All right. So, as Tumbletalk points out, we are heading up to Aghanim 1, which is a nice little pastime for stream chat to guess on. Aghanim has a set pattern. It's always going to be an energy ball you have to bat back at him, and then I believe it's 3 that are a 50-50 shot of either being blue balls or what you actually have to hit back at him.
That's
before
correct.
a lightning bolt.
3
Okay.
coin flips per cycle.
Yep. And then does a lightning bolt, and then the cycle repeats. So, if you're incredibly unlucky, you can have up to 15 blue balls in an Aghanim 1 fight.
Today I will say 12.
Oh my god. Alright. So there's our free hit. There's a second one.
Alright, so we're already off of 12. Or the worst we can do is 11. So basically every coin flip you win,
3.
you lose 4 from the maximum.
Okay, so we're already down to 7 then, because there's 1. 1 blue ball! It's been a while since I've done that joke. Okay, there's our freebie for this go around. So we're already up to 4 hits out of the 6 we need. There's 2 blue balls! And there's 5, so we just need 1 more.
Yep, we can have a max of 3 now. There's the third one.
Yep.
That's it. Completely average 3.
Alrighty.
Simulations have been run, the numbers were crunched, and it shows that 3 is indeed the average expected number of blue balls in this fight.
The numbers were run, and I have to let the Aegis Shield burn. I can't do it without this. Wait, wrong game.
He's getting his map check in, showing us those pendants for that early Samari. You're thinking, what's up with that? Our first look at the pyramid item. It is a bomb boost medallion. Okay. We don't know if we need that. I mean, those are pendant dungeons. Who knows? We'll have to find out later.
Right, and now we're just going to... interesting.
We're going straight to... I mean, you've got a decision you can make. You can go straight to pod and clear the dungeon, or, you could just go south towards hype and whatnot. But I think pod's pretty reasonable here. You can full clear it. It's completely logical, too. Why not? And it's a crystal. You want to do it.
Yep. I didn't even account for the fact that running straight down like that was probably going to be faster. I just saw both Kaesden start running straight down and thought he was going to, hammer down towards Hype Cave.
Yeah, there's certainly an allure there. You've got 7 items along that path, hype, and then Stumpy and Dig Game. You could find something good there. No harm, nothing wrong with going directly for the objective dungeon.
Yep. Now, chat also correctly pointing out, we are going to end up hard isolating Catfish unless Glove is in this dungeon. Which, I mean, at this point it probably is. But... you never know. If we don't find Glove here, then yes, I would have to agree that Catfish is probably going to stay there for a while.
Yeah, Catfish is one of those checks that's very easy to isolate in pretty much any mode. Just extremely out of the way to begin with. And basically, the best hope you have for Catfish is like if you put off the Zora area and then you have a mirror by the time you do Dark World.
And as usual, for a non-key sanity Palace of Darkness, business in the front, party in the back. We are finding a lot of our keys here to start off.
Oh, darkened5ky's going to go for the ledge hover. Ooh. Oh, tap the map button. That's nope.
Yeah, that's not going to help. That's not going to do things at all.
Okay, so we've got 2 keys on the right side. Oh, almost got on the second attempt.
Yeah.
We've seen a shield and a compass there for that are 2 in the front, so that will be 2 keys on the right side. We got a bow though, so like there's no real reading the logic there. That bow is early and it doesn't matter.
Taking care of that first mimic room in short order. Alright, there's a key, and what is in that chest that darkened5ky tried to hover to? Another key. Because again, business in front, party in the back.
Pod, of course, has to have at least 4 small keys at all times in the front 6 checks. It's just how it has to be. He's going to go for super stairs. First try, nicely done.
Alright. Go ahead, open the door there.
Now we can get some actual items here. Yeah, there's a bug net for number 2. 3 items remaining in the dungeon. Looking for, further access to the world.
Powder. Oh, that's powder.
Sure. And that's key number 5, so we will not check harmless, because that's the last key. Alright, Dark Maze will have a couple more chances at glory here. Imagine nothing in pod having a turn in powder. Yeah, I mean, we're close to that. There's the big key, yep, where it needed to be.
Well, not necessarily. There's still the dark overworld stuff to check.
I mean, yeah, we do have 7 items down south. Yeah, true. But you gotta think. Oh, I just got powder in pod. It's probably just that,
Sure.
I don't think we saw the maps. I believe. Yeah, I think that's all 5 items actually. Yeah. So we just got a map on Helma, and that'll be it for pod.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just the powder is anything worth of note coming out of this dungeon. Which, I mean, you're not complaining about powder. It's one of the other. I mean, like half magic and powder are like your 2 biggest like quality items.
That's if you die, you're not paying attention territory.
Basically, the late game feeds you so many anti-fairies you can use powder on. Yeah.
You did, in fact, miss the start of an Agaseed to our slightly late chatter.
Yep, 2 swords, 1 in Sank, 1 in Eastern. That was, along with a lamp in the woods, that gave us our Agatar. We did not find a glove anywhere in our opening checks before AT. We were hoping to find 1 in pod here, but so far, no dice. But we've got 7 more Dark World overworld checks to get through before we start wondering what the heck's up with the seed.
Could you as a runner just assume, oh hey, this powder was in a crystal dungeon and that's our next progression? Absolutely, but I think you at least do Hype Cave. Like, I could understand doing Hype Cave, not finding anything, and then going and doing powder, but to not do Hype Cave, I think would be a disservice.
Yeah, like out of here, you can immediately save and quit, and then just you'll end up back on Pyramid, run down across the bridge and go to hype Stumpy dig game. And if you get nothing from there, then you can just mirror and go up into CAC and do your powder check. But I'm pretty sure we'll get something in those 7 checks down there. If we get a book, we can do Bomba's Talent as well.
All right, very clean Helmassar King fight for Kaesden.
Okay, 45 also. I could call 8 checks down there. Yep, really nice Helma fight. He's got his second crystal now.
Okay. darkened5ky not too far behind. Okay, save and quit. Oh yeah, because start from the pyramid. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a little bit less of a little bit less annoying of a run.
Yeah, a little bit faster to do this than having to run out of the hedge maze. Yeah. Yep. We killed Aga, and we have a mirror. Therefore, save and quit in the dark world puts us right back on the pyramid. Here we go, running down to go chase the rest of the density. darkened5ky hammering away at Helmosaur. 17 hits at the mask will break it, and then 8 Master Sword slashes or 4 hammer hits to the forehead will kill it. There you go. Some people shovel will be convenient. Yeah, get shovel along the way. Give us another one. Vanilla shovel be fun, kind of funny.
Okay, 20 bucks from the NPC.
You got hype cave? Anything good?
40 bucks. Tempered. And the book.
There's that book I wanted.
Well, okay. I'd give that about a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, like a 7 feels right. Yeah. So I gotta think. You can take from here. You could take that book and just go Bombo's tablet straight into desert.
Yeah, I would have given some thought to doing that rather than chasing down these couple last checks here.
Yeah,
because
you can do it from here, but it's a little bit slower. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like, I don't know, confirmation bias. That anytime I get an early book, I'm just like, what's in desert? All right, let's see what Stumpy's got. There's our glove and Stumpy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I retract my statement.
First glove at nearly 40 minutes. That's just what this rando does sometimes.
Yep. Rando gonna rando.
Proceed to dig game. See what we get here.
All right, let's see what the long lost Baldwin brother has for us.
darkened5ky's making the play down here.
All right. Ooh, fire rod. Okay. All right.
A required item on dig game. Cool.
So now here's a decision. Do you go and do... Well, looks like Kaesden's going to go ahead and do desert here. I would assume that's why the flute came out. He's fluting to 3. Okay.
Village. Yep. darkened5ky not going into desert. Just checking the tablet. Okay.
Well, to be fair, that's one of those things where, okay, you just got this book. Is there something on that tablet?
Yeah, but you can't go this way. You don't have a glove.
Yep.
You have to run all the way back around, which I think, I don't know. I feel like in this situation, without a glove, but you don't have a glove for the back of desert, so it's just like, But early book, like, what does it mean?
Yep. And I forgot about it's one of those things, as an experienced runner, you kind of start having an expectation in your head of, okay, we are this far into this sort of race, we should have, X, Y, or Z. Oh my goodness, hook shot in chess game there. So by 41 minutes into a standard boots seed, you probably should have found a glove by now.
Yeah, it is unusual to be in the dark world without at least one glove. So you get used to just being able to lift those rocks and stuff. Yeah. We all do it.
Glove and flippers for go? I believe that's correct.
Yep, I don't see how that isn't correct.
Yeah.
Standard boots does have a propensity for being fairly fast, starting with boots and all, and giving a free weapon right off the bat. So that free weapon can often be a required item, like a sword, hammer, bow. Those things are often required. So yeah, we're pretty close already. And Darkened Sky continuing a little bit divergent is going to go right for this magic bat check, saying I want this powder to pay off.
Yep.
And with Flute, it's not too bad. Just kind of go to your next target right after this.
Just a piece of heart, though.
Kaesden getting the dash through Hellway. Very nice. Even got good RNG. Just got to go through the whole thing.
Alrighty.
I have not been counting items in Thieves Town, but I've seen 2 so far. Maybe it's 3. Nothing interesting so far, that's for sure.
Darkened Sky, forgetting he just has regular mitts instead of, or glove instead of mitts.
Yeah, once again. That was definitely a little more autopilot-y, but yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Well, that, and it's a little bit trickier on that entrance because, you know, there's 2 lifts there. There's the big one that needs the Titans, and then the regular, oh hey, look, you know, you need the smaller one just needs lift 1.
We got the small key. We're going to check the big chest in Thieves Town, and it is not a vanilla glove. Dang, I was hoping for it. I believe we have an item on blind. We'll go see what that is in a moment here. Darkened Sky checking a little more around. Finds a heart piece in Brewery. Okay, Kaesden, let's see how our blind script goes. Good through 3.
I was about to say, it looked like a pretty good start to me.
Still on script through 6. Yep, he's got it. No problem.
Bada boom, bada bang.
And nothing interesting in Thieves Town.
And that was definitely a boom and a bang. Alrighty. So there's crystal number 3 for Kaesden. And I would assume number 4 is going to be coming up here shortly.
Yeah, we have the option, of course, of going straight up into Skull Woods, and I don't see why you don't do that next.
Of course, pretty much every time I've said I assume and then said something, the runner has immediately proved me wrong this seed. But this is a pretty slam dunk no-brainer here. So, as soon as he finishes collecting the Village of Outcasts chest.
One of our green rupees there in C-shape, which is 299 rupees less than what it is in vanilla. Very much a downgrade.
Alright, up we go.
Okay, Skull Woods. Kaesden probably heads right to the back. No, I'm going to check the front. Okay. And there's no reason not to go right to the back. I feel like here you've got everything you need to kill Moth, and it's on an objective boss.
Yeah. And I always like to check it to go straight back regardless, because for me personally, well, the joke is on this particular boss and on Randomizer, you're fighting you're fighting the room more than you're fighting the boss. Everything, the spikes do 1 damage to you regardless of mail. And if you suck at dodging spikes like I do, you're gonna get blasted. Oh, there's our Titans. Hello. So we are looking for those flippers for go mode.
Yeah. First item in Skull Woods does turn out to be our second glove, so everything's just kind of on the path. Despite that early Samare going, what's up with it? We may not even get to see those dungeons at all. But You know, go -1. That's a situation in which we could have to wait a while to find those flippers. We'll find out.
You want the ultimate insult? How about flippers on Try Next? I have stunned my COCOM into silence.
I mean, I was just thinking about like, oh yeah, that's totally possible. I mean, there's no reason it isn't.
Although
we got everything we need to do it.
Me. Yep. Chat did just one up me by saying there's nothing preventing the flippers from being on the pedestal itself.
If that's the case, we'll find out soon because Kaesden, both these runners after finishing Moth will have the option of checking ped, and I can't imagine you don't here. This is your best opportunity to get that information. Moth has a map, so we're still hunting 1 item in Skull. That was an extremely good Moth, yeah.
Yep.
Just got the 4 hits in real easy. Moth's extremely random with how the Moth's movements are random and the spikes are random, and it's just the spike can go haywire real fast. You're getting a lot of hits in that don't count for damage, but sometimes it's just nice. It helps if you can also get that opener where you can kind of push yourself up into Moth's hitbox when the fight is starting. You just kind of do a bunch of, just mash your boots, and you can get like a couple free hits in, which count as slashes. That can knock out half of Moth's health already with Tempered.
Okay, small key in that chest. So still 1 item outstanding in Skull Woods.
Not mirroring
checking
for
the pedestal.
I don't like it. I want the information.
It's the bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it works out for him. I mean, to be fair, there is precisely 1 item that you're worried about. And again, it's kind of one of those game sense things where you kind of start going, do I think the algorithm has been angry enough to summon a go mode pedestal seed?
You had a nice little high five going into Skull Woods, and they're close enough coming out. But Kaesden's found the 2nd item, a heart piece. We are out of here.
Okay. And he is fluting out of the Lost Woods. So Kaesden is not going to is not of the mindset of, oh, this is a pedestal seed right now.
No, we are just going to clear those crystals and go for it, yeah.
Again, I can see the logic. You already know where Kaesden did see the mushroom on Floating Island, right? It wasn't just Darkened 5ky.
I have to assume he did.
He got Dead Rock, so I would assume yes. So we know it can't be the mushroom on pedestal. God, I hate that I just said that. It could very well be a Master Shovel, which gross.
Kaesden has also seen that we do not have access to Myri just yet. It's an Ether Medallion. We don't have that, so no, not even a temptation to go into Myri yet. We just cannot access it, period.
All right, there's our 2nd bottle with a free red goo. That's just going to sit there in Checkerboard Cave forever.
Turns his nose up at it, says, I don't need that. Got 11 hearts blue already. It's pretty cozy.
Yeah, 11 hearts blue, half magic, powder,
yeah,
bug net. Already has a red in the bottle we got already.
And here we are in Desert Palace. And Darkened 5ky is now dropping into his Moth fight. Let's see how this goes. If he gets as nice as Kaesden did. Get 1 free hit at the start.
Takes a little bit longer, but doesn't take too much damage, so...
Oh, still worked out quite fine overall, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would call that a win. Well, I mean, obviously it's a win because he killed the boss, but...
Moth has indeed been slain.
Alright,
he's got
so
both the keys we're going to run across.
The mirror is out for Darkened 5ky. So, I mean, to be fair, it's to go straight back to the door after getting this chest. But we'll see if Darkened 5ky decides to give in to those what if I knew this was a plando by a speed gaming chat style impulses.
All right, 1 item in Desert so far was a heart in the compass chest. We're going to go kill the boss now. And here's our pet information. What do we get?
All right. Couch
Just
Cash, move right along.
No, not today. It is very
Pedestal
dead.
is Dedestal.
Yeah, it looked like chat's asking about. It looked like Kaesden ran past the map chest and went for right side, then mirrored from it. I think he just skipped map chest entirely. Yeah.
Interessante. I think we've seen one item out of desert so far. I wasn't paying attention.
We're pending one item, yeah. Could just be here on the boss. Maybe he's guessed right.
Not bad.
2-cycle landmo. Is it the item? It is the item. Okay.
Yeah, as chat points out, not a huge time loss to go back to that chest if you do guess wrong here.
And darkened5ky is giving us some different information here. Spots nothing good on Bumper Ledge. We're going to head across and check out King's Tomb and Grave Ledge. Kaesden's back in the village now. Going to go check out this magic bat.
And could also think about doing Smith's Chain here with the Titans.
Is an option, yeah. I feel like Ice Palace is probably your next good call, but I mean, I guess you could just do it whenever because like you're not gonna find flippers in ice, but you can still.
I was about to say, yeah,
it's an objective dungeon.
Like if you want time to think about where you think flippers could be, then yeah, go ahead and do ice. But when your go mode is flippers, I would probably just leave it.
Yeah, that's what I like is the thinking time because I know I'm go moding ice anyway. I can just kind of go for it, and then kind of ponder the options, thinking like how much of it could be on the mountain. I mean, it's probably just the mountain at this point because that's where most of our remaining density is. Ooh, dead rocked again.
Dead rocks are just being brutal today.
That one was just off screen enough he was able to despawn it. And darkened5ky going for a kern jump gets it first try. He's gonna head over here and check catfish this way. Just looping into the north dark world route. Kaesden will opt to climb Super Bunny.
Alright, catfish, what you got? Arrows, hooray! Alright, there's Quake Medallion.
That's 2 out of 3, and we know where the other one. We don't know where the ether is, but we're at 2 out of 3. We haven't seen TR's medallion yet, but we'll know shortly. Yep, darkened5ky is going for fake flipper to ice. Yep.
Ether in Turtle Rock to go to Mire for our flippers. Ugh.
Another armor upgrade in the bottom of Hookshot Cave.
Yeah. I feel like you go TR here.
Yeah, I mean you gotta get that mushroom and then may as well.
Yeah.
It's a full clearable dungeon.
As much as it sucks to full clear pendant TR looking for one item.
Yeah.
Now TR is indeed the green pendant, yes.
Yes. And Kaesden not even thinking about it. We're dodging TR.
Ether tablet check. Interesting.
Yeah, tablet first, yeah. Maybe he comes back for it or just goes to Spike Cave. We'll see what decision he makes here. But yeah, with TR being green, that is a total of 7 items that whole trip when you add in the green planet turn in and mimic cave for it.
All right, going back across the mountain to Turtle Rock. darkened5ky making his way through Ice Palace here.
I think darkened5ky may have just now calculated Gomo, because I think he was doing a little activated the chest there, but then said, actually I don't need that. Maybe kind of realized, like, wait a second, I'm actually just -1 here, and I'm not going to find flippers and ice. I mean, sometimes Gomo will sneak up on you. You're just kind of in the groove, like going through the siege, looking for stuff. Then you're like, wait a second, I need to think about Go mode. Oh, I'm -1. Oh, well, I guess I can go fast in this dungeon.
Yeah.
Because nothing you can find in here would lead to flippers either. So I mean, the best thing you find in here is like some other stuff, like a bow or a sword, but whatever.
I was about to say, could be, yeah. But best case scenario would be silvers. Tempered versus gold really isn't that much of a difference.
No.
But even silvers at this point, you're just kind of going, well, that's cool. If you make it to this point in any tournament, much less Challenge Cup or even the main tournament, for example, you should probably be comfortable with tempered silverless Ganon.
Yeah, being in top 4 of any major event, I would certainly think so. Right side, we found our big key in the compass chest. We've got 2 small keys on the right, so we're not hurting for keys. I think it's pretty ideal. I mean, we're gonna full clear the dungeon anyway, but keys up top, it's nice. It's really nice if you're in Go mode and you're thinking, okay, we're not even gonna worry about the 30% at that point. We're not as worried anyway. It's still possible, but I think it's still possible. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. We're not in that kind of scenario. Okay.
Yeah.
darkened5ky spotted Mire being unlocked by Ether. We don't have that one, saying, okay, not worried about that.
Right. Heck, we could even see lava chest here, which is a rarity in non-key sanity.
Yeah, I mean, I think we check it here again. We're just looking for flippers, so yeah. I don't see why we don't. At this point, I don't think it's quite likely to be a key. It's definitely not vanilla.
Oops. Nice little wait half a second there for the bunny beam to run into the barricade.
Yeah, it worked out okay.
Oh, that's rude.
The other green rupee, they're in lava chest.
Speed has jokes. I was six afraid of 7 because Kaesden's rupee count.
Oh, look at that.
Brought back that joke for the 3rd time. All right, we're good. darkened5ky working his way through desert here. Nothing of interest here, as we already know. Apart from, we do need the crystal, obviously, but...
Yeah.
Alright, Mimic Cave.
Hit the wrong peg there. It's okay.
That's blue item. That's a blue item, but it's not the blue item we're looking for.
Nope.
Alright, into TR further we go. I have not been counting items at all. Oh, well, never mind. There's the flippers.
Yeah, so there's that Samaria needed for getting flippers out of TR, and hey, look at that. That's Go mode.
1 hour, 2 minutes, and about 20 seconds, we'll say. and Kaesden is in go mode, so we are heading for ice and swamp here.
Yeah, the scene turned out to be extremely straightforward. Like, you get a good amount of stuff in your opening, and then you go to GAC, get your like lamp, mirror, Samaria. It's an Aga seed. You get your, you just go to pod, clear that out, and then you go down and get your first glove, fire rod, book, sword. Everything's just on a path.
Yep.
It's not like you really even can kind of like get like a guess of like, okay, Mire versus TR or anything. It's not going to be an ice, it's flippers. You can't get into Mire. The Ether Medallion, we may never see it. So, just kind of, Seed really just kind of tells you where to go.
All right.
At that point, it's just a matter of who's got the overall better execution. I think Kaesden has shown himself to be pretty capable in that department.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, this one is probably functionally over. It's just a matter of running out the rest of the string.
Yeah. I mean, darkened5ky also has, like, inserted a few other checks, like, just in place of, like, Kaesden. Like, he's done a few extra checks. It's like, there's a little bit of time given there also by just being slightly more thorough, which, I mean, I get it. You're looking for stuff. It's a random. You got to find the items, but yeah. It's impossible to make perfect information plays because you don't have the information. You're guessing at where stuff's going to be. So,
Yep.
You do the best with what you think you got to check. Yeah, darkened5ky is now out of desert, having killed the landmost, gotten that crystal. We are going up the mountain. Again, darkened5ky also does have ice cleared, so like. There is that difference too. Kaesden does still have to clear Ice Palace.
This is true. Actually, now that I think about it, good call out.
So once we're down to them actually both having had their 7th crystal, that's when we can kind of sort of converge them and see what the real time difference is. Basically when they're getting up the mountain to go to GT, that's when we can see really how far apart they are. I don't think it's like a huge difference, honestly, at this point. Well, I mean, execution could definitely play. GT BK routing could be a significant part of it. We'll wait a little bit and see how that goes.
Kaesden thought about go-boating the rest of these, but those 2 chests are not out of the way. So went ahead and checked those.
Yeah, get the extremely convenient checks on the way through, hoping for a bonus sword or bow.
Right, there's that small key there, and we are through to Argus.
Let's see how his zero cycle goes. Not quite. Didn't really get the rhythm going fast enough. And zero cycle Argus is extremely difficult. Like there's no shame in not getting it. But it is a very impressive
calamari,
when you
anyone?
get it. Yeah, right.
All right, there we go. Onwards to ice.
darkened5ky working on the mountain now. Going to pick up this here mushroom off the island that we scouted earlier. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can leave the mirror there. That's fine. Yeah, it looks weird, but it's fine.
Yeah. I knew it was going to look weird, but even that, I was like, that might be a little bit too far. Yeah.
And here goes Kaesden to Ice Palace. This will be a nice quick trip. Just pretty much as quick as darkened5ky did it. Just like maybe one less check. darkened5ky did stop for the compass check.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So while we're just kind of seeing our runners cover each other's grounds, It's time for a little bit of a station identification, to use some old-timey radio. You're watching Zelda Speedruns here. This is Link to the Past Challenge Cup, Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup, excuse me, action. This is the first in a best-of-3 series in the semifinals between our two runners here, Kaesden and darkened5ky. This was a standard boots race, so one of the more cut and dried modes in the pool. I am Westside Vandal. Commentating with me is Adalor. Pixcalibur is behind the scenes hitting the buttons for us. And our restream coordinators, Ricky of Kikiri started us off. And we currently have... I just blanked on the name and don't have it in front of me. I'm the worst.
It's okay.
It's super duper aardvark. Thank you!
Yeah, we had a pretty straightforward seed overall. Started with we had a Burna start for our castle weapon. Got an ice rod along with it. Had one sword in the sanctuary. You go to CAC, you get the lamp in particular starts to say, hey, this is probably an Aga seed. And turns out there's only a hammer available, so it is indeed an Aga seed. You get out of there, you do pod. There's just a powder there, but it's crystal pod. You're doing it. Find your first glove on Stumpy. Fire rods at Dig Game. That sends you into Village. You get your second glove out of Skullwoods. You get your hook shot out of Village. And at that point, you're just like, where's the flippers? And you don't have a lot of choices to really go for. Logically, you go up the mountain and find your flippers, and there you go.
Holds there breaks containment a little bit for Kaesden, not by much though. And that is going to be Kaesden's 7th crystal at the 1 hour 9 minute mark.
7 crystals?
Yeah. It's almost like you know what I'm setting up for. Weird.
Is it time for something?
Yep. So, there are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower where that big key could be, because we are not playing a big key randomized mode. Hit a number 1 through 22 in chat where you think that big key could be, and you may or may not win a prize that may or may not actually exist if you are the closest without going over.
I'm going to call it 18 like usual.
All right.
Remember, I will stick with it until I die.
Let's see here. Somebody's probably already said it. Yep. There's somebody at least one person who said it already. But I'll take it easy on our runners and give them a good old torch big key. So we'll give them a 3.
And then Kaesden goes left first and makes it 1 just to mess with you. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, that would track for this this particular commentary shift, because, like I said, just about every time I've made an assumption on air, the runner has immediately proved me wrong.
Just like they are guessing at where the items are in random, we can only truly guess at what they are going to next do. We can make some inferences, but sometimes they will surprise us.
Yep.
darkened5ky is now just moments away from getting his flippers and being in actual go mode. And is going to be at this point a swamp clear and a mountain climb behind.
Yep. Which is a pretty significant difference. Unless Kaesden completely whiffs on the big key location. darkened5ky does the opposite.
Yeah,
even then, it's probably going to be pretty close.
Chat's asking about the second game. Yeah, we're just doing 1 here, just to confirm what has also been said in chat. Their next one is going to be the same time on Thursday. So in a couple days, we'll have game 2.
All right, going right to the Hope Room. That's 1. That's 2. Hey, we found the Arrow of Destiny. Hooray!
Arrowed. All right, we're going right. So yep, and if it's on the torch, you're going to be finding it at 7 instead of 3. This is a pretty reasonable play. Like, I like to take the kind of normal route of like go to Hope. If you get a key, go right. They call it Hope option.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the only one that directly calls it that, but I'm trying to popularize it because I like it.
All right. right, 3 is a bottle with a B in it. 4 is bombs. 5 is bombs. 6 is butter.
Bonus sword in compass room. We'll take it. Grabs that pot key and we're going left. Very normal route. Nothing crazy here. Kaesden probably feeling pretty comfortable, like he doesn't need to make any wild decisions here.
7's gonna be just a piece of heart.
We
Bob survives.
We may get to see Bob today, if we get that far.
Okay, that's 8, 9, number 9, number 9, number
13
9.
hearts red now.
And chest number 11. It's ridiculous. It's not even funny. And that's not just a Kingdom of Loathing reference. It's also ridiculous, not even funny that was yet more bombs.
Too many bombs. Can't even hold them. Just gotta throw them on the ground.
All right. Number 12 isn't going to be it either, so we're heading for lucky number 13.
darkened5ky in the back of swamp now. Gonna check these two and get nothing really that useful. They both did a good diver. Pretty swell execution of it.
Number 13 is gonna be our big key.
It's like never in Fire Snake. I feel like if it's just never there, so it's always a surprise to see it there.
All right, who did we have say 13? That is going to be Astolia. Hopefully I didn't butcher that, but you have won a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomizer seeds, redeemable at ALttPR.com. Emulator not included, ROM not included, and as always, if your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult the YouTube tutorial as we climb the gauntlet.
darkened5ky going for trying to get the rhythm in, and Argus doesn't quite get it either. Does not get in any extra cycles, so they took about the same amount of time on the Argus fight.
Oh, missed the fire rod shots too, so a bit more time bleed.
It's just a little bit. Not too bad, but yeah. Alright, here comes Gauntlet, one of the first major executional parts of the GT climb.
Yep.
5 rooms of pure combat in a generally increasing difficulty. Half Magic Fire Rod does let us make pretty good use of that. And we have refills at the top of the tower, so we can go kind of crazy, especially on the Stalfos, which you can just completely instantly obliterate them with Fire Rod. We like to do it with this one in particular because it's a squirrely Stalfos if you let it live too long. This room is the special ice that is more slippery than normal ice. We do not like the special ice.
All right, Landless 2. Almost lost track of the last head and the explosions.
Yeah, it's neat. It's always when it's coming up underneath where the other one's exploding, you're like, where is it? I don't know. Yeah, good 2 cycle.
Okay, Samaria out, Wizard 1 down.
The always satisfying Wizrobe tile with Samaria.
Even potentially more satisfying Wizard 2. Not bad.
It's one of those rooms that looks like it's kind of hard to figure out, and getting the rhythm of it when you're learning it can be a little tricky, but it's just really satisfying to pull off, and it gets it's just really second nature to actually do it.
All right, there's the torch puzzle down.
Grabs a refill because I don't think he had enough for 4 shots here, so that's a good refill grab.
Mm.
We do not need a key from this room. We have 2, so we can go straight through the door.
And again, at this point in the tournament, you should probably be comfortable with Tempered Silverless, so we're not even going to bother checking chests.
Maybe this one because it's right there. Yeah, this one because it's right there. Yeah, 14 red, even more comfy.
And then potentially Trolldorn 2's lunchbox here.
Yeah, these two at the top are just so easy to check. If you're hoping for a bow, you may as well. A map. It's up here. You went through the whole dungeon. Now you got the map. Good job. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, that and, map on being on boss like we saw with Helmassar King is always kind of funny to see in Randomizer. It's like, thanks. A map for a place I do not want to step back foot in. There we go.
We got there.
Words.
All right, we got 2 hits on the first cycle here. These are some relatively okay pattern. We might get a triple double. Ooh, not quite that angle though. Nope. That third triangle, bit of a long shot there. Hard to line that one up.
There we go.
We'll take 4. That's okay. This fight is hard. There are just like thousands of different triangles that can happen in this, and between all the positioning and the desync that happens as the fight goes on, it's so random and difficult to do it perfectly.
All right. So we are on to the big pig fight. I will say, as a kind of interesting point of order, all boss encounters are hard-seeded the first time you fight them in the randomizer. That's only generally useful for AGA 1, AGA 2, and here at the Ganon fight. So basically, if you go to when darkened5ky gets to AGA 2, which he probably won't before Kaesden finishes this seed, but if darkened5ky were to get to AGA 2, he would see the same patterns. And if then darkened5ky got to the Ganon fight, he would see the same pattern that Kaesden is right now. The game's RNG does not take over until your second attempt at a fight.
No. Even then with AGA 2, though, like it just getting or missing a hit compared to your opponent on an earlier cycle can like change the desync, which can completely change the fight. Even though you have the same patterns, it gets different. The fight is wild. Ganon, stop it! You've had enough.
Now that was a nice little friendly back to back. Well, okay.
All right, where's our bow? It's Dark World. Pyramid Fairy?
Pyramid
Vanilla
Fairy. Could be Swift Chain, I think. No, those are both Dark World.
Let's see, Spike Cave. I don't think Dark Death Mountain is a region. I think it's just still Dark World. But yeah, Kaesden is then to Silverless Ganon here, so we need to execute 12 sword spins. Words are hard. And then Ganon will be defeated.
Thank you for making me feel better about mine.
No problem. I'm here to help. That's it. It's over. Kaesden's got it. He's got to walk across this bridge, and we will get you an official race room time in just a moment.
Let's see here.
That'll be 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 51 seconds for Kaesden's official first place finish in this here Game 1 versus darkened5ky. Taking the first one.
Okay.
Looks like darkened5ky will continue the climb. Going to go ahead and finish it out.
So we're discussing how we want to do the interview here, so give us a moment. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We'll pull them. We will pull them in once Sky reaches their final destination here. Which, I mean, at this point, you would have to assume is going to be finishing the seed.
Yeah, generally, I think if you're If you're gonna bail out once your opponent finishes, you would have done so already. Like you're kind of doing the GT climb, gonna finish it out, which I mean that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. So we'll get to see darkened5ky also do this this climb and the 2 fights that are after it. If anything, good practice for the next game. You know you're gonna have to do it again. Also pretty low on magic coming out of torches 2s or 1s. We'll have to get that refill.
Yep.
Oop, don't fall in there. Be careful.
Oh boy.
Teeter on the edge for a moment.
Right, bomb out. Up.
Threw it a bit too far, hit the wall and got stuck there, yeah.
That's just insult to injury right there.
Powder for the full here. Yep, full heal, that is. That'll get your 15th heart, actually. 1 more than Kaesden overall.
Did do a few more checks. Oh, okay.
Thinking about it? No, okay.
Yeah. That's the thing with hovering, is if you're not consistent at it, it can start costing you. You know, I mean, it's not much, but it definitely adds up.
We will take 1 attempt at it and then just hookshot across and call it a good tower.
I would also point out, it does seem to me that darkened5ky's problem is accidentally hitting the map button while trying to hover.
That's definitely what got him like twice in this one here. Yeah, hitting the map button, which will undoubtedly throw off your rhythm. All right, let's see how he does with these triangles. The first couple are okay, but then it gets a little wild. Okay, good through 2. Got those 4 hits in. Yep, that one's just a weird angle. It's kind of on the outside like that, yep. Oh, put him on the wall, didn't get the extra shot out of him.
There we go. Alright, and onward to the big pig fight. A couple of rage bonks here. Or frustration bonks, or...
These are... I just like to exercise the bonk counter up higher. That's just me.
True.
Number go up.
I know I always like to try and time it like darkened5ky did there, so that you get caught in mid-bonk animation.
Yeah, that's always fun. Fluff bonk, exactly, Melmo.
Perfect 40 bonks.
I mean, it would be funny if you're keeping track the whole scene and you know you need a few more.
Yeah.
And you just get them in right there. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Only need 6 hits on phase 1 and 2, but it's perfectly reasonable to sit there and jam a few more in. Just exercise your sword arm on Ganon.
Yep. Doesn't carry over, but a man can dream.
It's satisfying.
Yep.
Gotta beat him up, kill him, make him dead.
Especially in a situation like this, where he's going to warp approximately 27 times.
Yeah, second hit on phase 3 is just like, extra teleports. At least it wasn't 37.
In a row?
Yeah, shoutouts to Andy. Did you know that Andy once got 37 Ganon teleports in a row?
Oh my god.
There's a video that is literally titled 37. That's it. And you're like, why is it 37? And it's just Ganon teleporting, and about 5 or 10 in, you're thinking like, oh, is that why it's called 37? Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah. I was just over here making the clerk's joke that,
Yeah, actually, darkened5ky's doing slashes. I just noticed. Lumaka pointed that out. Like, darkened5ky is doing slashes, which Gold Sword, same damage. Like, you can definitely do it. And it does offer you more mobility if you can get the timing right. Like, yeah, go for it.
yeah.
At this point, darkened5ky is just a step away from Hammer, from doing a swordless, silverless Ganon. It's not the same timing. It's a little tighter than that, but, you know, possible.
a large part of doing spins on Ganon is just because spins has the hurt box, throughout the entire animation.
Yeah.
So it's a little easier to catch Ganon with his arms down.
Yeah, Darkened Sky's credit there. He landed most of those silverless slashes, so really well executed there, showing off he's got the timing for it. Showing off a little bit of funny item dashing tech too. Oh, this game is silly.
A very well-coded video game, Link to the Past is.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Alrighty. So, Darkened Sky finishes in second place with an official race time.gg time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 44 seconds. And we'll be getting them in now. I was about to say shortly, and then I heard the Discord ding go off. Welcome on in, you two. GG's.
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 How about a crazy, straightforward, pretty much linear seed for your game one, huh?
That's one of those terrifying seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starts off super linear and then just completely opens up with the mids. It's like, where do you go?
Yeah.
Then it kind of
Wherever
closes it
you
off
want.
again when you're flippers hunting.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Not a lot to say. Biggest thing I guess I skipped was Smith Chain. Other than that, it's pretty much just go point A to point B, and next thing you know, you're in go mode, and you hope that one of the things you left behind wasn't the flippers, and you end up clearing TR for nothing.
Yeah.
But the density was up there, so it felt like the right play, so that's what I did.
Definitely had the same experience where it's like, I could go to Smith Chain for 7 items, or I could do TR for 7 items. It's like, well, Turtle Rock seems like the more fun play. And there it was.
Turtle Rock combined with the rest of Dark Mountain. Yeah, a lot of density. It's just the right call.
Yeah, there's just a ton there.
Yeah, you two had a little bit of divergence here and there, but it's hard to have much of a routing difference in this one overall. It pretty much tells you where to go. It just leads you into Dark World. It's an Agassiz, and then get your stuff from South Dark World. Said, okay, here's village equipment. You get to get your glove from Skull, and you're like, okay, well now what? Go find your flippers somewhere.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were talking in the race room and trying to figure out where the main time difference came from. I mean, I know I showboated for a couple minutes at the end, but other than that, going to ice early was a big mistake. I realized after the first item, I was like, the flippers can't be here.
Yeah, you felt like you were maybe realizing you were in go mode after that point, or just kind of forgot about the logic of it maybe.
Yeah, it was just like Ice Palace was a crystal. I was like, I'm going to my crystal dungeon, and then didn't even think about the fact that flippers couldn't be there.
I mean, even without that, it's kind of you can still just go ice and do go mode and just kind of give yourself time to consider your options. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where the big difference was here either. I mean, there's a couple little things I can point to, but it's not 7 minutes worth of time, adding up either.
Right.
Yeah, I think there were definitely some little bit of extra checks. I think Darkened Sky, you checked Bombo's tablet, whereas Kaesden didn't. I want to say there's 1 or 2 other things that you checked along the way that Kaesden didn't get to. So just a little more. Little few other things that got checked, and Kaesden was able to avoid, and a little more routing efficiency overall. So,
Yeah,
I mean, it can add up just a little bit here and there.
I've been burned by not checking enough in this tournament already.
Yeah.
Kind of went for the not the efficiency, but the getting more items feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough to strike that balance between how much do you gamble versus how much do you full clear, just because you don't want to leave it feels worse to gamble and leave something behind than to over clear and then have wasted time on getting stuff looking for items. It's gambling just feels worse. Yeah.
Yeah, Again, I'm just still just kind of sitting here going, okay, where was the time loss? Just again, like Adler said, it's just more oh hey, you did these 2 little checks. But again, even listing all the little things I can think of doesn't add up to 7 minutes. The other thing that I can think of that hasn't been mentioned is, you got the powder out of that Palace of Darkness dip, and you went and chased it down before you went to where the progression was. I'm forgetting where it was at that point in the seed. But, like, you went, okay, I found the powder in this pendant pod and chased, or not pendant, you know what I mean. Chased it down, whereas Kaesden didn't.
Yeah. Sounds like it's just a bunch of little routing decisions that added up. They really do add up after a while.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising how much just 1 or 2 little things are, like, I think they mentioned those Bombos tablet, like, that's a time commitment check. But
especially
if flippers had been there, I lose. So like I don't hate the play at all. And I've been burned by it. I found stuff there. It just depends. It's rando.
Or again, another for want of a nail sort of situation. Going out of Skull Woods, Darkened took the time, or Sky took the time to read the pedestal, whereas you didn't, Kaesden. Imagine if it had been there. As much of a nightmare situation as that is.
I tend to very strongly play against ped seeds in open. Like in keys, I'll check it because there's so much more it could be. But in open, I tend to just ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It worked out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally get burned, but it seems pretty rare. So.
Well, even by that point in the seed, there was only like 2 or 3 items it could be. Like, it was either going to be flippers or shovel leading to flippers, which,
right.
Yeah, it gets to that point, like you're just -1. You got to think you've got a large chunk of the game again in front of you, and your pendants are even way off. Like you hadn't seen Myron Medallion at that point. You got to think like, oh, there's still 2 pendants to get, and they're Myron TR. So how close is even ped at that point? Yeah.
Right. That's kind of why I decided to check it. I mean, I probably would have checked it anyway, but a big motivation was just like, well, what if it is the flippers?
Yeah, I mean that if it's there, it gives you a huge informational boost because you got to get your pendants. Yeah,
right.
But there's arguments on the other side. You do get to save the time by not doing 2 mirror or at least 1 mirror transition, going into read it, coming out flute and all that. So yeah,
that's what makes this game interesting.
And rando intuition might just tell you, hey, yeah. I mean, no, there's so many decisions to make in rando. Like there's no definitively like best way to race. Like there's so many different gambles and time saves and time, like you can gamble time like taking extra checks that you think your opponent isn't doing. There's so much mind gaming. It's an awesome racing format. It's perpetually entertaining because of that. But yeah, I think you 2 played overall pretty well. Congrats again to Kaesden taking your game 1. You 2 have any particular mode you're hoping for game 2?
Not Ambrosia.
Not Ambrosia.
Yeah, probably. Other than that, it doesn't matter that much.
I was about to say, I seem to remember you guys going not Ambrosia.
Yeah, I'm good with any mode that is not Ambrosia.
I've gotten it several times, and it's like that's the one mode I've been practicing the most because it's the mode I play the least. So it seems like it's the most value to get from running practice seeds. So kind of burn out on it pretty quick.
I tend to hear that a lot. Like, there are some people who really enjoy Inverted and play it a lot, but in general, people tend to not play it as much. So it's definitely the most valuable target for practicing. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really polarizing mode. You either love it or you could just do without it.
Yeah, especially with all like the different weird things about Inverted, like just knowing the mode and your opponent hasn't played it that much. Like you might know 1 or 2 of its little gotchas that really give you an edge, possibly. So yeah.
Well,
even on top of that, you get big key shuffle with everything else with Inverted, and that can every Inverted or every Ambrosia seed that I've played has led into some big key in a really stupid location.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember talking about little inverted gotchas. The chest that held the go mode item in this seed held. I want to say it was Cane of Samaria in an inverted seed I watched once. Just because you can jump down to that chest in inverted. So, it's not blocked by the entrance. So
Yeah, inverted TR is really neat. There's just the inverted mountain sucks to route, but like the way you do TR is really cool. Yeah, you can just do the whole thing backwards. Yeah, I think we can, unless you two have any final thoughts about this race or seed or whatever, I think we're about ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, GG's again.
Yeah, GG. Thanks for the restream.
And again, these two will be racing at the same time on Thursday, and I think that will let that game speak for itself when it comes by, and we'll hand it off to our host to take us out.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks to our runners, trackers, commentators. And yeah, as they said, next game on Thursday. You can check the ZSR schedule if you want other games, other modes. I'll link it there in the chat. And yeah, come join us another time. Have a good night, everybody.